What if the moment someone decided you weren't enough was actually the moment you started becoming more than you had ever been? She looked at what you were and decided it was not enough. Not dramatically, not with cruelty, just with the quiet, comfortable confidence of someone who had concluded, based on the available evidence, that what you brought could be improved upon. That somewhere else, with someone else, the specific things she wanted but was not getting would be available. She thought another man could do it better, and then she went to find out. And then you did something she did not calculate for. You did not fall apart. You did not chase. You rebuilt. And what you rebuilt was stronger than anything she left. Like and subscribe to Stoic Blessing. We show up every week for the man doing the hard work. Let's get into it. The first thing to understand is what the another man could do it better belief is actually built on, because understanding the foundation of that belief is what prevents you from absorbing it as an accurate assessment of your worth. The belief is built on comparison, and the comparison is almost never between two equally known, equally real people. It is between the full, complex, genuinely encountered reality of you, including the ways you fell short, the patterns that surfaced, the specific difficulties that real intimacy over real time always reveals, and the imagined, novelty-amplified, projection stage version of someone who has not yet had the opportunity to reveal his own full reality. That comparison is structurally unfair. The person you are being compared against is not a person at this point. They are an idea, and ideas always look better than realities until the idea has to become real. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the discipline of stripping the legend from the thing, of refusing to accept the story the mind constructs about a situation in place of the actual reality the situation contains. The another man could do it better belief was a story, a compelling, novelty-amplified, desire-driven story, not a reality. Stories cannot sustain themselves against sustained contact with the actual person they are about. The patterns surface, the difficulties emerge. The work that every genuine connection eventually requires presents itself, and the idea that was supposed to do it better reveals itself to be approximately as human as everything else, including you, who spent the period of her discovery not waiting for the story to fail, but building something that had nothing to do with the story at all. Comment below, she compared real to imagined, if the comparison was never actually fair to begin with. Here is the honest accounting of what the another man could do it better belief cost you, not in the satisfaction of being proven right, but in the specific, practically important understanding of what the experience was asking you to examine about yourself. Because the belief did not form in a vacuum, it formed inside the specific context of the connection you had, inside the specific atmosphere of what that relationship actually felt like from the inside, day by day, in the average moments rather than the best ones. An honest examination of that atmosphere, not the defensive version, not the version that assigns all responsibility to her for making the comparison, but the genuinely honest one, is the most valuable thing this experience can produce. Seneca wrote that the examined relationship is the only relationship that actually teaches you something real. Were there ways the connection had become flat or static? Were there ways your own growth had stalled inside the relationship? Were there ways you had stopped genuinely showing up, not in the obvious dramatic sense, but in the specific quiet sense of a man whose presence had become reliable, but whose genuine engagement had slowly diminished? These questions are not comfortable. They produce genuine answers. And genuine answers, applied honestly to the rebuilding, are the specific difference between coming out of this experience stronger and coming out of it simply recovered. Comment below, I looked at my part, if you examined your own contribution without flinching and used what you found. Now the Stoic demand, the central one this entire video is built around. The rebuilding cannot be organized around her eventual recognition that the comparison was wrong. It cannot be pointed toward the moment she understands, through the lived experience of the alternative, that what she thought could be improved upon was actually irreplaceable. Because rebuilding organized around her recognition is not genuine rebuilding. It is the most sophisticated version of the same outcome dependence that produced the vulnerability the belief was able to exploit in the first place. You are still organized around her, still measuring the building's meaning by her eventual assessment of it, still making her the authority on your worth, just hoping she uses that authority differently this time. The genuine rebuilding is organized around a completely different measure. Marcus Aurelius conducted this practice every day of his adult life. Did I act today in accordance with the man I have decided to be? Not did she notice. Not did the comparison fail on the timeline I was hoping for. Did I act from my values? That question, directed entirely inward, answered honestly, requiring no external confirmation, is the measure the rebuilding is organized around. And the man who builds from that measure does not need the another man could do it better belief to fail in order to feel okay. He is already okay. Her recognition is a side effect. The building is the substance. Comment below, I build for me, if the rebuilding stopped being about her the moment it became genuinely yours. Let's talk about what rebuilding stronger actually requires, because stronger is a word that gets used aspirationally all the time and almost never gets described with the specific, practical, daily reality precision that makes it actually achievable. Stronger does not mean more impressive in the visible dimensions. Not the better body, the more impressive income, the carefully curated social proof that announces to anyone paying attention that the comparison was wrong. Those things may come. They are not the substance of what stronger means. Stronger means a more grounded relationship with your own sense of worth, a more honest and more consistently honored standard for where your investment goes, a more specifically and authentically inhabited version of who you actually are, less shaped by the need to be what someone else needed you to be, and more fully what you have decided, through honest self-examination, to become. Epictetus taught that genuine excellence is not comparative. It is not measured against another person's performance or another person's assessment of your performance. It is measured against the single, entirely internal standard of whether you are living in alignment with your own genuine values. The man who is building toward that standard is not building to be better than the other man. He is building to be more fully himself. And the man who is more fully himself, who has done the honest, daily, unsexy work of examining his own values and aligning his choices with them, is not just stronger than the man the comparison was comparing him against. He is stronger than the version of himself that the comparison was made about. Comment below, more real, not just better, if the strongest version of you was always the most honest one. Here is what the discipline of the rebuilding period actually looked like. Because the discipline is not what most people imagine when they hear the word. It was not the dramatic, grinding, visibly suffering discipline of a man forcing himself through resistance every single day. It was quieter than that, more specific, more daily. It was the discipline of the morning, of getting up and making the first investment of the day go toward your own life, rather than toward the management of the comparison or the hope of her eventual recognition. It was the discipline of the evening, of examining your own choices honestly rather than spending that energy analyzing hers or tracking the progress of the alternative she was exploring. The rebuilding discipline was also the discipline of honest self-examination, the discipline of asking, genuinely and without defensive self-protection, what was I contributing to the dynamic that made the another man could do it better comparison feel plausible to her? Not to assign blame, to learn, to take the specific, honest, practically useful information from this experience forward into the rebuilt version of yourself, rather than leaving it behind in the comfortable fiction that the comparison was entirely her error. Marcus Aurelius conducted this honest accounting every single day. He did not spare himself in it. He used it as the specific, practical, character-building tool it actually is. The tool that produces the man who does not recreate the same dynamic in the next connection. Comment below, discipline in the quiet, if the rebuilding happened in the unglamorous daily work, not in the dramatic moments. Let's address what the stronger version of you actually carries into his next connection, because this is the specific, forward-looking consequence of the rebuilding, and it deserves to be described precisely. He carries the specific, embodied, daily verified knowledge of his own worth, not as an affirmation he tells himself, but as a truth he has lived into through the specific and demanding experience of being compared and found wanting and choosing, in the period that followed, to build rather than to collapse. He carries the honest accounting of his own contribution to the previous dynamic, the specific, practically useful knowledge of what he was bringing that was genuinely good and what he was not bringing that the connection needed. He carries the more discerning standard for where his investment goes. Seneca wrote that the man who has been genuinely tested and who has done the genuine daily honest work of choosing himself through that test carries something into every subsequent connection that the untested man does not yet have. The specific, bone-deep, unassailable knowledge of what he is made of, not claimed in comfort, proven in difficulty, and that knowledge present in how he carries himself, in how he holds his standards and expresses his values, in the specific quality of his presence that cannot be manufactured through any external improvement program, is felt immediately by every person he encounters, including her. And when she encounters it, the specific, unmistakable quality of a man who has been tested and has rebuilt into something stronger, she encounters something she did not expect to find. Comment below, tested and stronger, if the comparison tried to break you and instead gave you exactly what you needed to become more. Here is what to do if she comes back, because the failure of the another man could do it better belief, when it arrives, frequently produces exactly that. The man who rebuilt stronger does not respond to her return the way the man who was waiting responds. He does not feel the specific rush of vindication that immediately restores the previous dynamic. He does not allow the warmth of her recognition to dissolve the specific, earned, honest understanding of what the dynamic was, and what would need to be genuinely different for re-engagement to be worth the investment of everything the rebuilding produced. He engages warmly, honestly from the grounded place, and he asks the question the rebuilding has given him the clarity to ask. Not, is she back? But has she done the work that the experience of the comparison failing was supposed to produce? Has she examined honestly what in her own patterns produced the another man could do it better belief? The return that reflects genuine growth is worth exploring with full openness. The return that reflects only the discomfort of the comparison failing is the previous dynamic attempting to reassert itself in softer packaging. The man who rebuilt stronger knows the difference, through clarity, not suspicion. Comment below, real change or keep building, if you've decided that coming back only matters if she's actually different this time. The final thing. She thought another man could do it better, and the specific, daily, imperfect, genuinely demanding period that followed that belief produced something she did not calculate for. Not your collapse, your rebuilding. The specific, concrete, lived reality of a man who took the most personally targeted form of dismissal available, having his worth compared and found wanting, and chose, in the period that followed, to invest in the only thing that was always within his control to build: himself, his character, his daily relationship with the man he had decided to become. That man, built in the ordinary days, verified through the honest examination of his own contribution, strengthened through the specific and irreplaceable experience of choosing himself when choosing himself was the harder option, is not the man the comparison was made about. He is genuinely stronger, not more impressive in the visible dimensions that the comparison was tracking, more real, more specifically himself, more grounded in the specific, daily verified, unassailable knowledge of his own worth that can only be produced through exactly this kind of test. She thought another man could do it better. What she did not know was that the man she was comparing was about to become the best version of himself. And the best version of yourself is not something that any comparison can improve upon. Like and subscribe to Stoic Blessing. Stay grounded, stay whole, stay unbreakable.